Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. You just heard Max Creek with Blood Red Roses, and we started off with Charlie Diamond and Makayla Nelson, Mountaintops. Let's go to Max Creek. They are legends out of Hartford, Connecticut. I remember them as long as I can remember.
Yes, indeed. They have built up quite the huge fan base around here with Deadheads, Fishheads, and other jam band aficionados, and they are still touring and going strong with some amazing players on their modern roster. Now, this tune is actually technically not a song that they wrote. It's a 19th. It's like a traditional song from 19th century. It's like a British seafaring halyard shanty. But I loved it is repetitive, but I loved the repetition of it. I really enjoyed being able to sing along with this tune as I listened to it. And it was released on their 1982 album Drink the Stars, which was a live album. I think most, if not all, their albums are live albums, as many of these jam bands do. But yeah, this song released in 1982. I guess they played it a bunch in the 70s as well in their sets, and it's just a wonderful band. And you got to be excited because this weekend is actually one of their music festival weekends where they put on
Mm.
they're part of Strange Creek Camp Out in Greenfield, Mass. So they'll be playing a set on Saturday night from I think 8 to 11, 3-hour set on this Saturday, the 23rd.
That's going to be awesome. I love the chugging tempo of this. I can immerse myself in like darkness, like what do they call it? The total immersion and sensory deprivation or something, and just
Yeah.
listen to this song and have it be my only stimulus. And I think I would be really happy. I just love the guitar in this and the way it just branches off from that chugging tempo. And
Absolutely. No, they're a very fun band and always excited to hear them play when they perform at the festival. So I'll be at their set. And before that, we were able to hear Charlie Diamond called Mountaintops featuring Makayla Nelson, who no offense to Charlie, but I was really looking for a way to get Makayla Nelson on this show. She doesn't have any recordings of her own yet, quite yet, but she's a very wonderful young artist, and he called her on for this song after doing it was actually after doing a singer-songwriter in the round show at Workshop 13 in Ware, Mass. And I actually was on that bill too. So the three of us were on that bill. And after he heard her sing, he was like, hit her up and got her to come and perform this song. But this one is the latest song off of Charlie's new album, The Outlaw Sagas of Charlie Diamond,
yeah,
Famous in Death, Unknown in Life. It's a great subtitle. And I guess he's releasing 12 songs, one at a time, with a vinyl being produced for the full album available later this year. So keep your eyes open for that. But yeah, I feel like this might be one of my favorite tracks from Charlie so far, and perhaps that is partly due to my bias for the young talent of Makayla Nelson, who's recently come into my sphere more. But yeah, her voice is so lovely and she has such impeccable delivery with her music. She's definitely going places. Charlie, well, he's already gone places, and he ain't stopping anytime soon, I'm sure.
no. Every time we play one of Charlie's songs, I'm like, oh, this is my new favorite song by him. And it just keeps getting better and better. And we've been watching him for a few years now, and it seems like we're kind of watching him through like that Truman. What was that thing with Jim
The Truman
Carrey? That
Show.
the Truman Show. We're like watching Charlie's life progress through his musical career. And when we first heard him, he was like in his early folk rock stage, and now he's progressing to the 70s country western
Yeah.
influence, and so good. And like you said, Michaela was really good on this, and I had to look her up to see if she was local. And I think she's from the Pioneer Valley area. She's been on WCCH a few times.
Yeah, and apparently, so you're talking about the evolution of his songs. Apparently, Charlie wrote this one some time ago when he was just reminiscing about a time when he lived in Virginia. But he'd
Oh,
also just seen a Dolly Parton documentary, so he developed a crush on Dolly Parton from the 1960s, and was just kind of daydreaming on country love, young kids, and a Dolly Parton-esque girl, and that's where the song kind of was born. But the last year or so, he thought it would be cool to do it as a duet with someone, which is why he brought Makayla into the fold. And yeah, it was recorded at On Deck Studios in a small cabin, all in one room with the stand-up bass, and the pedal steel there was added after the fact.
I bet
But
Tracy Walton was on that big stand-up bass.
does he work with them often? Is that right? Is
Yeah.
that like,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense then. Yep. But yeah, glad I could bring this tune into the fold.
Oh, so good. It was so good to have Charlie, on a duet with a female singer. Just perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if I know any other duets with him. Have you
No.
heard of other ones? Yeah. You can catch Charlie on Saturday, October 3rd. It's a ways away, but the Ramblin' Roads Country Festival in Bonneville Fairgrounds there in Win Hall, Vermont. But I'm sure he'll have some shows popping up sooner than that too.
Oh, and we should probably mention Charlie's kind of lived around in the central, north central area of Connecticut between like Enfield and was a firefighter in Hartford. And so he's in this area.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we going to go to in our next block?
All right, we're moving a little out of the country vibe and into an indie vibe.
Mm.
You're going to hear a song from one of our favorites, Hannah Mohan, Peace Be the Day. But prior to that, we're going to hear a song called Wind Chimes by Western Mass's The Case.